And this week, next to a very busy road, Peugeot's 5008. There's a couple of different models in the range, and you can see that I've left the lights on because I think that looks really effective. With this little cat's claw effect and a rather sexy indicator. It's got smart locking, a rather nice set of alloys that are black on black with a touch of black. Will take 95 RON petrol. And at the back, these cat's claw lights. Oh, and the ones at the front are matrix, which we quite like. It's got walk-away locking. As you can see from the badge down the bottom, this is a hybrid. In fact, they're all hybrids. Now, it does have kick to open locking, but only if the key is with you and the key is inside the car. As you can see, it's a 7-seater, and I've got this seat up just to give you an idea of what's to expect. But legroom is, this is just the parcel shelf I've taken out. Legroom is very limited, and quite frankly, I wouldn't want to spend any time. I did try and get in it, and I just embarrassed myself. The second row, as you can see, has reclining seats. And I've got the passenger's side back just a smidgen. Inside is absolutely beautiful. I have done a sensational job on this cabin. There's lots of this tweed look fabric, which just looks fantastic. And the doors have these sculptural elements that are kind of backlit. You can see the same thing along the dash at the front. There's another row of air conditioning and some heated seats. But you can see that that headrest is kind of low, so I put that up so it's comfortable for me, but you really want to have them down if you're the only person in the car because they really are obtrusive, and there's no electronic mirror. And then finally in the back, we've got a couple of manual sunshades. First of all, there's the dash, and the whole thing sits proud of the actual dashboard itself. This unit is 27 inches. This one, of course, is a touchscreen that's got wireless CarPlay on it. And you can see that this kind of curves around and sits above. Then we've got the vents, which are just beautifully sculptured into the dash. And the one on the other side, I don't know if you can see it, but it actually sits out about 4 or 5 centimeters from the curved bit of the dash. This is where the main controls are. There's a simplified readout in the i-Cockpit with its simplified buttons on the steering wheel. The gear lever is on the dash itself along with the starter. And then this is another touchscreen. Look at that. Then below that you can see the charging pad for the phone. I've got my phone in there to show you where it is, but look, honestly, I haven't been putting in there because I keep forgetting it's there. Below that, we've got some air conditioning controls, the drive modes, hazard flashes, radio on, off, and volume, and then the electric parking brake. And then finally, a little glove box. But I just think that dash is a beautiful element. That's sculptural just because it can be. Some of these are repeated on the screen, and the only place that I could find to get to the seat controls is here. And the reason I'm showing you that is because we have massage, bolster adjustment, and they're heated and cooled. The controls just are not in the least bit intuitive. I think that's a brilliant use of a second screen that doesn't actually look like a screen. If I want to get back to Apple CarPlay, I just go there and there it is. And there's a couple of different ways to access it. I can also touch up here, like so. You'll notice with the latest iteration of CarPlay, I'm also getting directions on my screen, so I could put this to music or whatever, and then have my directions come up here. You'll notice there's no head-up display, because Peugeot says with i-Cockpit you don't need a head-up display, but you do. You do, Blanche, you do need a head-up display. So let's get underway. Put that in drive. I'm going to leave it in normal drive mode, because quite honestly, the drive modes don't make a whole lot of difference, and I'll tell you why. Oh, how convenient. Alrighty. It sounds just slightly ridiculous. And the reason for that is this is a turbocharged 1.2 3-cylinder hybrid. It's got a smallish battery, smallish electric motor. I think it's about 100 kilowatts for the engine and whatever the electric motor is. But anyway, the total output's 107. The electronic, so DCT, so double clutch transmission, is incredibly smooth. That the electric motor is somehow in the transmission. You look now, I'm scrolling through the various different readouts. This one's got the battery on it and the fact that I've barely used any fuel at all, and I've got 560 kilometers to go to empty. The thing is, on this very small mini road trip, I've done nothing but watch the range climb. It's absolutely incredible. I got into this car purposely knowing very little about it so that I could get the surprise and delight element. And I have been very surprised and very delighted. I kind of wish they'd give you the option to remove the third row of seats, because I don't think they're ever going to be used. You can see here now this is putting energy back into the battery, which by the way is nearly fully charged. It's because it's so tiny. Going around these corners is delightful. Though I've struck a few choppy corners during the week, and for a car of this price, it's got a torsion beam rear end, and I always find those choppy if you meet a bump in a corner. And you can hear on this very smooth road, this is very quiet inside, very quiet. And I'm nipping around here like it just feels so sporty. It doesn't feel like a 7-seater SUV. Though it is only front wheel drive, so I use the term SUV advisedly. We're heading back into Sydney after a long weekend. Today's a public holiday. And this is a 110 section of road, but yeah, we're not doing 110. And I don't hold much hope of doing 110. I did want to demonstrate cruise control, so there you go, it's on. Everything is easy. I'm just going to take it up to 110 and it'll follow the car in front and keep a safe distance. Someone's jumping in front of us. The Peugeot will pull back. I'm going to change lanes. So we're at 90. I'll just change that view again. I can't make up my mind which of the views I like. They're all rather smart. The fuel consumption, the range went up a little. It was on 600 there for a while. Now it's back down to 580, no doubt with my enthusiastic entry to the freeway. And it gives me time, now that the car's steering very gently, to go over a few of the finer points. The audio system is lovely. Not brilliant, but lovely. Steering is pin sharp. It is absolutely divine. That Peugeot steering always was. I did find that trying to get up to speed on the freeway was a challenge. Frankly, this is it's just not quite enough power, especially when Peugeot have some other cars in their range, or some other powertrains in their range that are considerably better. The plug-in hybrid 408, for example, was brilliant, but it was too expensive. It was 65,000 plus some change. I think I've got those figures right. This is 67,000 and some change, 74,000 by the time you've registered it and put it on the road. $74,000. So as beautiful as this is, now this is quite noisy on this road, As beautiful as the 508 is, and as stunning as the cabin is, and I mean it is really stunning. I've got electric driver's seat, 3 memories and massage and electric bolsters, etc, etc. For 67,000, let's say for 74,000, I could get a Tesla Model Y. I could get an IM6 IMG. Both of those are electric cars. They're completely silent. The Tesla can drive itself, though not for that money. That's a $10,000 option. That's all this week for the Peugeot 5008. I think it is stunning, though it is very pricey. As always, hit like, leave a comment, and just there to subscribe.